Our next presenter is Sleiman Safaoui, and the title of the presentation is Safe Robot Autonomy.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me well? All right. Have you ever wondered how your coffee machine knows exactly when to stop heating the water? Well, it uses a small temperature sensor to measure the water's temperature and tell it when to stop. But this sensor is not perfect. In fact, it almost never measures the temperature exactly. And this is due to natural uncertainty in the sensor. So how does a coffee machine work so well? Well, when it's being designed, it gets tested. And with every test, the machine will stop at a slightly higher or slightly lower temperature than the ideal. These different temperatures form what we call a statistical distribution. This distribution represents how the machine works, including the uncertainty. Then, the distribution is used with some math to make sure that you get your hot coffee every single time. So you may be wondering, what does a coffee machine have to do with my research about robots? Well, robots, such as self-driving cars, have sensors and are affected by uncertainties. Self-driving cars have cameras, and cameras are affected by driving conditions. In this top left image, you see a Tesla. The Tesla car sees the moon, but occasionally, like in this image, thinks that it's a yellow traffic light. So there's uncertainty with what the car thinks it's looking at. But that's not all. Self-driving cars have to interact with people, and people can be very unpredictable. Imagine that you're cruising down the road in your self-driving car when a pedestrian shows up. The car needs to know exactly how the pedestrian will move to avoid injuring them. But the pedestrian may do one of many things. They may stop at the intersection. They may start running, or they may stop in front of the car, blocking its path, because they're crazy. So there's a lot of uncertainty with how people act. And because of that, we cannot find one distribution to represent all of these behaviors. So what's the problem now? The problem is that self-driving cars need to be very safe to avoid fatal accidents, but making them safe is very difficult because they must deal with many distributions. And that's where my research comes in. I use mathematical tools to analyze many possibilities and select the safest option. By considering many distributions instead of just one, self-driving cars can make safer decisions, thereby ensuring everyone's safety. So in the future, when you hop into your self-driving car, you can feel a little bit safer knowing that my research is helping to make it possible. By addressing uncertainties over many distributions, we can make self-driving cars safer for everyone. Thank you.